Slip and slide, take a ride. Don't try to hide.
I don't exactly know what beat I'm dancing to.
Girl, I don't know. Every time
I think I'm dancing to the words.
Literally, every time you push the button, I just say whatever. I just sing a ditty, say whatever come to mind, and hey, that's just,
So,
you know.
honestly, it just caught me off guard, and I just started moving.
You just started moving.
I don't really know what I was grooving to.
Yes.
But, you know, whatever.
Come on, come on. Come big, come small.
Yeah.
Come on in the room. Come on in the room. For those of you guys who have never been with us before, or maybe it's been a while, I am Candy Sincerity Johnson.
And I am Shannon Johnson.
And together, we help people 5x their income in less than 12 months. How do we do it, you might ask? We do it in one of two ways, huh? Mm-hmm. Either we help you fix and multiply the money that you have, you work a 9 to 5, or if you're retired, or if you don't have a 9 to 5, or you do have a 9 to 5 and you want another stream of income, we help people start, grow their online businesses. All right? That's what we do. That's what we do. That's what we do. So anyway, what we typically do when we get here, girl, is we talk about money, business, and all things trending related to it.
Yes.
So we got another good conversation for y'all on tonight, and we're super. Did I say that in my fake soprano voice?
You did.
We're super, girl, excited to dive into the conversation, okay? In my Larry Reed voice, the conversation.
You want me to say some hellos, or you want to do it?
Let me dedicate the video. This video is dedicated to all of our best friends, all of our new best friends, and all of our subscriber best friends. We love each and every one of you guys. Shout out to all of you. Also, hello to all of our replay gang. Mm-hmm. Girl, y'all get strong in them comments on that replay, girl.
Baby.
We love, and we here for all of it, baby. We love it.
Feverishly trying to respond and everything to the comments, honey.
You understand? Did you want to go ahead and say some hello?
Sure. So I wanted to definitely say, OG Leonard Williams said, good evening. I enjoy you too. I'm new. So welcome, not only to OG Leonard Williams, but to any new best friends. Mm-hmm. Welcome to those that like to tune in, and for those that scowl while they're watching. It does not matter. But welcome to each and every one of you guys. But hey, Miss Toria, hi Robin, hey Quay, hey Sheila, Audrey, Diane, Renee, Lanice, Linda, baby, the list goes on. Okay, welcome, and hello.
All right. All right, guys. All right. Hello, girl, hold on. Listen, this is real life. This is live, and our son is out of order. Sir, are you supposed to be in the bed?
I had to use the bathroom, but there's no soap.
Okay, grab the soap out of my bathroom, since there's 2 bathrooms upstairs. Take care of business, and good night. Love you. Mwah. Girl. So anyway, what did you title the video on tonight?
So I titled it, I have to remember, Grandma Holla Family Drama. That sounds
right. Girl, say it again for the people in the back.
Grandma Holla Family Drama. And I'm so sad that we even have to just address this at this time. However, there's teaching moments. There's always teaching moments.
There are a lot of teaching moments, and I'm gonna do my best to try to get through this topic as best I can.
Yes.
This topic is very difficult for me because I have a heart for people. I have a heart for our elders, and so anytime there's some goings on that's alleged to be, less than stellar, it ruffles my feathers.
Yeah, that don't sit well in your spirit.
Can I be honest? Mm-hmm. So we're gonna go ahead and have a conversation. Mm-hmm. Sean saw some things today. Mm-hmm. I think, girl, people was trying to inbox me some stuff. I was like, I can't look. I can't look. So Sean seen some stuff today. She's going to tell us what she saw. I'm going to give my commentary. Sean's going to give her commentary. And we may or may not agree, okay?
Right.
And you guys are going to give your commentary in the comments, okay?
Of course.
Yes.
This is a place of free speech, okay? So today I saw some information come across one of my other feeds. It wasn't here, it was somewhere else. Okay. It came across one of my feeds, and it was in regards to the grandson to Grandma Holla. Mm-hmm. And I was a little disturbed by what I saw because there was clips that were provided from his social media page, and it was just basically showing how he had started a GoFundMe account and was asking for money from the people that were on his social media and anybody that knew Grandma Holla and things like that. And so, of course, I stopped because I wanted to look, because the last that I knew, it was shared that everything was paid for the funeral arrangements. Because that's why I was like, oh, they're good. Everything is being taken care of. I know it's going to be amazing. Everything like that. And so when I saw this come across, I was like, well, did something happen, or like what's going on? So then I listened to it, and I had to put a filter on my ear because it was a lot of language, a lot of colorful language. So put a filter on my ear as I was listening. But in so many words, this young man was not asking for monies for his grandmother or her services or anything like that. He was asking for himself, for his cost of daily living. Like, we're talking about rent, car notes, baby mother car notes, clothes for his children, his dream, which I still don't know what the dream was, and all of the things, because in his words, his grandmother used to hit him across the head with money. So now that she's gone, he needs everybody, the public, to now subsidize his income.
So the big account was established. The big account was established for the purposes of paying for what? I'm sorry?
For his rent, his car note, his baby's mother's car note, for her to get her hair done.
Hold on, let's slow down.
Okay.
His rent, his car note, his baby mama,
his baby mother's car note.
Okay, I'm taking notes.
Her hair.
Who hair?
His baby mother's hair, to get her hair done. Clothes for the kids. Well, he said he had just bought clothes for the kids, so that's why he didn't have no more money. So he needed more money for clothes and stuff like that. To finance his dream.
What dream?
I don't know. He never said. He said that he had expressed his dream to his grandmother, and she was in full support of his dream. But unfortunately, she was called home before she could help him with his dream.
I'll say this. Before we go further, I have no idea where this video is going. I have no idea where this video is going. If your ears are sensitive, or if you're easily offended by colorful language, this may be the time for you to go ahead and excuse yourself from the room. I don't know where this conversation is going.
I'm just reporting what I had saw.
Okay.
So that's what I had saw. And it took me aback, because like I said, just yesterday or day before, it was expressed that everything was taken care of.
Diamond said he said that his dream was to buy a liquor store.
Okay.
The dream was to buy a liquor store.
Okay.
Let me start here. I think this is going to build the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Years ago, I went to a networking event. Stay with me, because I'm going somewhere.
She always gets you there.
I'm going somewhere, okay?
Always.
Buckle up, buttercup. You're in for a ride, okay? Years ago, I went to this networking event, and there were several women in the room from all walks of life. The beautiful thing about this networking event is I remember around the area that they had the cocktails and the drinks, I met these two ladies. And the two ladies were very nice to me, and I had good conversation with the ladies. One of the ladies was a psychologist, right? And she worked with people's minds. The other lady was a primary care physician. She was a doctor as well. She healed the body. The conversation that the two ladies had with me was, hey, who are you? What do you do for a living? You see what I'm saying? And, what do you like about your career? What do you not, whatever, right? It was during that conversation. Stay with me. I'm going somewhere, y'all. It was during that conversation that the two ladies said, we love helping people. They two different industries.
Right.
They love serving people. What they hate the most is dealing with people who were sick and didn't know it. When I go outside of my house, I'm very self-aware. I know my areas of opportunity and I know what I need to work on. When I go outside my house, far too often am I encountering people on a daily basis, who are sick and don't even know it. You understand what I'm saying? This whole public display didn't even have to be. None of this had to be. And a lot of times, people who come from an environment of lack think that the solution is to insert money. But here's what money has taught me, and here's the lesson that I've learned over the years. Money don't solve most people's problems. All money does is magnifies what's already there. If there are areas of your life that need help and healing, money is just going to aggravate or agitate that area of your life and just draw attention to it. So now what we have is we have unhealed individuals who have a lot of self-work and personal development that they need to do behind closed doors, coming on a very large platform that they've been thrust into, just really making a mockery and just embarrassing their whole family as far as I'm concerned. They're dishonoring their grandmother. They're being extremely disrespectful. And I could continue. Now, I'm a believer, you know how I am. My philosophy is do for self.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Girl, I'm due for self all day and twice on Sunday. You understand what I'm saying? The whole notion of listening to a seemingly able-bodied man. You understand what I'm saying? The whole notion of listening to a seemingly, I say seemingly because I don't know, right? A seemingly able-bodied man who can get up, go to work, create, all on his own, says, I'm going to start a bank account for the purpose of my rent, my car note, my baby mama, her hair, clothes for the kids, financing my dream, etc. Here's my question, y'all, and here's where I'm stuck. There's a lot of people who say, oh man, I don't have money, or I wish I could do better, or I wish somebody would have taught me how to do thus and so. Sir, I don't know his name. Sir, Mr. Kyle, sir, respectfully, did anybody have to teach you how to fuck? You figured that out. So why, as a man, can you not figure out the rest? Nobody had to teach you how to do that. You figured that out. See, we pick and choose. This is the danger. We pick and we choose what we want to make excuses for. And look, what? We pick and choose. No, this is that video.
Right? Yeah.
This is that video because the problem is nobody has come in love, right? We talk about correction over here all the time. And if you find a lie, I'll stop. If you find a lie, I'll stop. You understand what I'm saying? And so with all of this being said, we pick and choose. We as human beings, we pick and choose. We pick and choose the areas that we want to make excuses for, and we pick and choose the things that we want to hold ourselves accountable for. And the truth of the matter is, anything that's uncomfortable, that we're not good at, whatever, we run from that. We make excuses for that. Somebody should have taught me this. Somebody should have taught me that. No, grow up. You grown. If you want to do something for yourself, you want your rent paid, get your butt up and go pay it. That's what everybody else got to do. You understand what I'm saying? You want your baby mama head on? Get up and go get the money. What's keeping you? Because seemingly, from my perspective, you seem pretty able-bodied. Girl, I don't know. You see what I'm saying? I get so sick of this. Matter of fact, let me stop here. This video was sponsored by the No Debt Reset. Yeah, my program is going to sponsor this video. This video was sponsored by the No Debt Reset. What?
I was about to say, in his case, it could have been sponsored by the home-based bag.
But girl, this debt is sponsored by the No Debt Reset. Who needs the No Debt Reset? The No Debt Reset will help you to avoid living check to check. It'll help you to survive and thrive a financial storm. It will help you get rid of debt, save, learn how to invest, protect your income, create generational wealth and legacy, etc. It's the whole financial plan that I spent my whole career teaching, and I packaged it up and made it available to you. If you want the No Debt Reset, if you want immediate access, go to my website, CandySincerityJohnson.com. Let's talk.
All right, so
let's talk.
So I've been jotting notes because what I don't like to do, you know how when the preacher be preaching, you don't want to interject. So I gotta let Candy go. When she in there, I gotta let her go. Okay. But I'm taking notes.
This is a fool.
Because I have little tidbits to interject here and there. One of the best friends, or one of the best friends in the comments said, well, that's his dream and he should be able to go after his dream. Absolutely. No one is sitting here saying that he should not go after his dream. However, what I am saying, I'm not speaking for Candy. I'm speaking from, this is Sean. Hi, me here, in the black right here. I'm speaking. What I'm saying is that if that is your dream, whether your grandmother was going to help you reach that dream or not, I don't know. She has now gone on to glory. Her mission is complete. Her mission was done. Okay. That's it. Okay. So now
this is
whatever that looks like, it is now your responsibility to figure out how you're going to get that dream. How about let's go to the Google. You can Google small business loans. You can do all types of things. What you're not going to do is start asking for everybody, or let's do it the proper way. Okay. Let's do it the proper way. Let's go ahead and establish a business with official paperwork so that you have an actual business. And if you're going to do what's called crowdfunding, because that's what you're trying to do in a low budget sort of way, you're trying to do crowdfunding. If you're going to do that, then you need to do it in a responsible way so that people know what they're investing in. You have a full plan, etc. If you're going to try to be about some business, be about the business and be about it the right way. That's what I'm saying. Never once am I saying that he does not have the right to go after his dream. Every single person has the right to go after their dream. We do, you do, everybody that's come across this video has the right to do that. But there's a way to do it. There's a way to do it. And that, what I saw, is not the way to do it. That's my first thing. Secondly, find your gift and utilize it. Everybody has one. I don't care what you say. I don't care who you are. Whether it's baking cookies, whether it's making cakes, whether it's braiding hair, whether it's cutting hair, whether it's mowing lawns, whether it's washing cars, whatever that looks like. Because he said, I'm piggybacking off of my grandmother, is what he said. So basically what he's saying is, I'm going to utilize my grandmother's social media fame and I'm just going to slide my foot in the door and now I'm just going to do whatever I'm going to do. There's also a way to do that because there's a such thing as a legacy. Yes, there's going to be a legacy, and every time they go live, no matter who it is in that family, there's people that love Grandma Holla, love that family that's going to tune in to figure out what's going on. There is a proper way to piggyback off of that. What you can do is now use that to now display your talent. Grandma Holla displayed hers. What's yours? If you're going to utilize that and you're going to run those numbers up and keep making them work for you, make them work for you. And utilize what you have inside of yourself, whatever that looks like. You'd like to have something to say.
Y'all, this is so serious. This ain't just this one case. Can I be honest? This is a conversation that's deeper than just this one instance. Mm-hmm. This is a conversation that we have to have across this country. We have to sit down as families and have the same conversation everywhere. Mm-hmm. And I keep shaking my head because in my mind, as I'm listening to everything you're saying, I go back to all of the different rooms and all of the different conversations that I've had with people of different communities. And I'm the only one there from the African American race. Mm-hmm. And different topics come up. Education, right? urban areas, urban communities. I was at one of Kennedy's private lessons, and the private coach was like, "Oh, where are you from?" And he was like, "Where are you and your wife from?" And I was like, "Well, I'm from Joliet. Sean is from Chicago." And he was like, "Oh, well, what's going on in the city?" I don't know.
Right.
Why am I the poster child? Because I'm the only one. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But they ask these questions and they like, well, what's wrong? Mm-hmm. What's wrong? You see what I'm saying? What is wrong? Like, why are y'all out here treating each other the way you do? Why are y'all out here having the conversations? Like, why are y'all out here acting the way you do? And I just look and I'm like, I mean, I can't speak for the masses. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I'm saying this is bigger than just this family. This family is the topic of conversation because this is what's in the news. But the conversation got to be had everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, I remember, and I'm only 39. I'll be 40 in March. I remember the day when a man was a man. You understand what I'm saying? I remember the day, and I don't know if it's because I seen my grandfather, but he would get up and he would go to work, and he worked for the electric company, and he would work every single day, sometimes 6 days a week, and he would bring his check home, and he would put it in my grandmother's hand, and my grandmother would pay all of the bills, and she would budget, and she would save, and she would invest their money, and she would work from home. She was a beautician. And he would tell her, I got everything. I'm a man. I'm going to take care of it. This is my family. And he would tell her, your money is your money. Where are the men at? And I'm not saying that they not out here, but I'm saying, why does the loudest voice in the room be the biggest fool in the room all the time? Mm-hmm. This is clown activity. This is clown activity. This is deplorable, y'all. We out here looking like goofies.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because unfortunately, this is one of those things, whether you disassociate yourself or not, when this stuff comes across other people's social media, and it's a classification. So that's the reason why people, when they looking at you like, that has nothing to do with me at all, period, point blank, period. But it's a classification. You get lumped together. It's been like that for years. It starts. Can I be honest with y'all? This activity starts with the mindset. Mm-hmm. It's a mindset thing. And so a lot of people are like, well, what's the resolve? What's the solution? You can listen, and I'm not hating. It ain't got nothing to do with the little money that they collected. Mm-hmm. That little money that they collected, it's not even that deep for me. You could give a certain group of people $1 million and they would still find a way to mess it up. It's the mindset. It's the mindset. What I have learned over the years is I could give you all of the steps to get rich. I can give you all of the steps to get out of debt. I can give you all of the steps to be wealthy. But if there's areas of your life that are undeveloped and unhealed, you cannot put personal development on top of that and think you're going to get a different result. You got to do the work. You have to do the root work. Yeah. You got to figure out who you are, like all of that core stuff. I was trying to follow these videos. The video that I had seen earlier, I had looked at maybe the first 30 seconds. I clicked out of the video and was like, I'm not trying to judge. This is toxic. This is draining to my spirit. And I'm feeling like I'm losing intellectual capacity by even continuing to watch this shenanigan. Like, this is crazy. Yeah. There was no eye contact in the camera. You can't even formulate a thought. You understand what I'm saying? What are you talking about? Right. You sitting here, on one instance, he's saying, look, this funeral was paid for before the GoFundMe was put up. My grandmother's services, everything was already paid for before it was put up. So then he's throwing the rest of the family under the bus, like, oh, they grabbing, in so many words, y'all grabbing money. You understand what I'm saying? Which we don't even know if that's the case.
We don't know if that's the case. You see what I'm saying? He like, oh, everything was already taken care of before. Then comes, it was the back talk. It was the back and forth. And it's like, I think at some point he said Shell had just bought a new house. Mm-hmm. Latrice Allen said Shell had just bought a new car. Mm-hmm. And she had paid some bills. and she owed $30,000 or $40,000 in taxes. Latrice Allen said that on her video, and if Latrice was lying, the family told it because the family shared that video on their page. Because I don't follow Latrice. So that's how I stumbled across that video, was on the family page. The frappe lottery and all that. Yeah. They had shared that.
Yeah.
So if the content in that video was false, sis, you told the lie, you shared it on your page. So there must be some truth in that. There must be some truth in the fact that a house was bought, a car was bought, all of this. I'm like, come on, y'all. Like, I saw a video. Y'all. And if you seen it, tell me in the comments. I saw a video of Grandma Holla. She was laying in the bed. It was one of her last days. You could see that she was in pain. She was uncomfortable. The family had the camera in front of her, right? The family was asking for resources or people to help put them in contact with somebody who may be able to help heal her from a holistic perspective.
Yeah.
I thought that was a great idea. So, of course, it made my ears perk up. And I'm like, man, that would be a good concept to do something non-traditional, since because of her age, they didn't want her to go through all of what chemo, radiation, you know, that whole thing, right? And I see a lot of people wanting to turn to like natural remedies. Well, I believe it was the same young man.
It was.
He was sitting in the corner of the room directly next to his grandmother's head, right? He was sitting in the chair next to her head. While he was sitting there in the chair, y'all, he steady telling the camera, man, I came over here. I didn't know my grandmother was this sick and this is going on, man. This is crazy. This girl was finna give me some. I was on my way to this chick house. This girl told me she was gonna give. I was like, wow. Wow.
The lack of decorum and respect is mind-blowing.
Yeah, everybody's saying truth. I saw it. So in my mind, I'm not a member of the family. But here's what I was begging for on the other end of the phone as I listened to it. I was begging for the family members that were in the room, because there clearly were family members in the room, because Grandma Holla's in the bed asleep and sick. There was somebody behind the camera holding the camera. Who was behind the camera holding the camera? That's where the correction should have came.
Yes.
Because immediately I would have addressed that at the head.
Oh, yeah.
Girl, that video would have went viral if it was my family.
Oh, yeah. You wouldn't have been able to get that thought out.
Girl, you understand what I'm saying? Because we believe, look, in my family, we believe, look, when I was a kid and we was in the store, you clowning aisle A, we will correct you in aisle A. You understand what I'm saying? Brother, cousin, son, nephew, whatever. Okay? Whoever was behind that camera should have been like, Don't you ever disrespect my grandmother in that capacity. Girl. But see, we had a video that we did a couple of weeks ago. Remember when we was on the couch and we was talking about correction?
Yeah.
This is a prime example. Served up hot and fresh off the oven of what a family who lacks correction looks like. When you allow your children from a young age to get away with stuff, and you don't put them in their proper place, they grow up and they become adults.
It continues.
And it continues. And they enter into the world. And then people come up to us and y'all in public places, and you build relationships with people and they feel comfortable enough to ask you, girl, what's going on? Girl, what is the problem?
Because now you have to become the spokesperson of foolishness.
Girl, you understand what I'm saying? The real conversation, y'all, is that there are people who think, I'm trying to string this in a way that's not going to be too bad and too offensive. There's conversations that are being had in private. There's conversations that are being had in private behind closed doors, where they think a lot of the young people now a lot of people from certain places, a lot of certain kind of people, I'll say that, okay? They think that this group of people is worthless. You bring no value. You're a liability, you're not an asset. You understand what I'm saying? These are the private conversations that some people are having. And so they say, drop guns in the community. Do this in the community. Put liquor stores on every corner. Do all of this. Just let them self-destruct, girl. And then we'll go over there. We'll buy up the land. We'll buy up the buildings, and we'll bring it all back. We'll put some money over there. You see what I'm saying? Give them 5 or 10 years. People think that. I'm telling y'all, this is bigger than this family.
So much bigger.
This is bigger than this one family. Because if it was just this one incident, we wouldn't even be talking about it. Can I be honest? We would see it on social media and be like, oh my God, I've never seen that before.
Right.
And then keep moving.
And keep on going.
But because we've heard this song played on the record, on the radio so many times, we like, y'all, let's come to the table and have this conversation. Because this is, at this point, aren't y'all tired of being tired?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? When I did my first video, no, it was the second video. We did the tribute video to Grandma Holla right here. Then that next day, I went live and I was downstairs on the couch. Let me know if y'all seen the video when I was downstairs on the couch. Oh, yeah. That was the day Sean had to run to the store. When we were downstairs on the couch, this was starting to unravel. All of this stuff with the family was starting to unravel. And somebody was like, yeah, they got a GoFundMe. That's when the GoFundMe fell out the bag. Yeah, they got a GoFundMe. They collected money, this, that, and the third. And people were like, well, folks shouldn't be saying nothing about it. And how she died with no life insurance and all of that. I said it then, and I believe I was the first one that said it. How y'all know she ain't have it paid up? How y'all know she ain't had no life insurance? Y'all remember that part of the video? The reason why I said that, kind of going back to what he said, that it was already paid up before the GoFundMe was put up. You understand what I'm saying? The reason why I said that when I was sitting downstairs is because my mind went back to my grandmother. My grandmother's 81. I just got off the phone with her.
Well, Craig, thank you so much for the stars, Miss Charlotta.
Thank you very, very much for the stars, everybody. I just got off the phone with my grandmother. I had to call her to fact check because I didn't want to give bad information. But I remember as a little girl going to funerals. You know, we would go to family members' funerals. We would go to funerals of people that went down to the church or whatever. And it seemed like there was a common thing that happened after every funeral. The older people would get together and everybody would talk about, like, I remember my grandparents doing it. Oh, I got my burial plot already. I got this already. I got that. Should something happen, this is who you call. This is what's going on. That was a topic of conversation.
My great-grandmother and grandmother was the same way.
Your great-grandmother and grandmother was the same way. Girl, I'm telling you. Black people prided themselves. Older Black people pride themselves in saying, I got my affairs in order. I may not have a whole lot on this earth, but when I leave here, my T's will be crossed and my I's will be dotted. So my mind went to, nah, y'all ain't finna tell me, y'all not finna play in my face and tell me she was 97 and an educator and this, that, and the third. And even if something happened where she fell on hard times, I bet you. She told them, y'all put a little of this money up to make sure I'm taken care of. You see what I'm saying? And so I'm like, nah. My grandmother said, yeah. She said, yeah, Candy, you know, we bought our stuff 20, 30 years ago. She said back then it was like $5 a month. You would pay like $5 a month, $10 a month, and your stuff would be paid up.
Because they literally would, like, there was people that sold packages. Like my great grandmother said that her and her cousins and everything, they had bought like 6 or 8 plots or something in the cemetery for like this couple and this couple and her, like,
yes,
they already had this stuff. And I was like, what? And she's like, yeah, they would come around. And I forget what she used to call them. They would come around.
The insurance man.
They would sell you.
Yes, girl.
Plots.
Yes.
Oh.
I'm telling you, older people, and this is people all across this country. It's a certain, probably anybody 65 and up. You understand what I'm saying? They pride themselves in saying, look, there's some things financially I could have done better, but the one thing I'm not going to be is embarrassed at the grave. You understand what I'm saying? I got my affairs in order. So when, it ain't no if, okay? When the time comes, here's what I got and here's who you call.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That was a thing.
I don't know. I don't know. This whole situation it's like I said, it's deplorable. It's deplorable. Because no matter how much you collect, it's still not going to solve the real issues. There's work that has to be done. I'm talking about foundational work. There's work that has to be done. The way folks are behaving on camera, this young man, how he's carrying on, that's not normal. And if I can be honest, that's savage behavior.
He needs somebody to take him
That's savage behavior.
and correct him. Definitely.
I don't know. I look and I have an old soul. Y'all hear me say it all the time. I'm a granny's baby to my core. Love my mama, love everybody else in my family, but baby, it's something about them granny's babies. You understand what I'm saying? It's something about us granny's babies. We got them old school morals in us. To listen to this man sit there at her bedside and be saying all that, you talking about your sexual escapades with whoever called you and this, that, and the third, and I'm finna go over here and do that. And I'm like, yeah, we real different. We real different on this side of the Jordan. We real different. Because I'm looking at Kennedy and Caleb and they 9. And my grandmother asked them something. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Stand up straight. Stand up straight. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. We those people over here. But it's something about people who have these big and I'm not shading them. I'm glad they got the platform. It's not about having the platform. It's what do you do with the noise? What do you do when the attention comes? Huh? The way to money. Let me help somebody. The way to money is to first figure out who you are. Second, figure out what your gift is. And put your gift on display. We show up every day at this table. I give my gift because I'm very confident and I know who I am. I give my gift. I give this gift for free. It reaches people all over the country. What then happens is when you give your gift and you put your gift on display, God, the universe aligns with that gift. And so when I give the people what they need, they give me what I need. It's the law of reciprocity. Okay? Did I say that right? Reciprocity. Yep. It's that too. Okay? And so that's how you get to wealth. When I have enough people giving me reviews, which is always happening, sending me inbox messages, putting in the comments, hey, you said X, Y, and Z, you taught this on that video, you taught that, you mentioned this, and they apply what I've taught, and they come back and they have receipts, that's called social proof. When you get up and you a man or you a woman and you create and you build, you're blessed as a result of it. You don't beg. Animals don't even beg. They hunt. Animals don't even beg. They hunt. The reason why a lot of these young men don't have the respect of women is because you don't do what men do. The loudest voice ain't the voice that get the most respect. It's the one who can produce receipts. Can that woman count on you? Are you a leader to her? Do you show her respect? No, I don't even have to ask her. I've seen enough to know that the answer is no. I've seen enough to know that the answer is no. You can't respect her because you don't respect you. And you don't respect you and you don't respect your elders. Instead of putting your gift on display, you put your foolishness on display. I don't know. I get tired of seeing, I get tired of seeing the same thing, y'all. We got to do better. We got to do better. And when we see it, we got to call it out.
And we can't be afraid to call it out. And I think the difference between, because people will be like, oh, you judging. No, we're not judging at all. What we're saying is there's a better way to do it. And we're trying to, and he may never, ever, ever see this video ever in one day in his life. Okay. But what we're saying is if we see something that's not right, I've had to be corrected. Candy's had to be corrected. We've all had to be corrected. And it's a way to deliver that information. If he was sitting right here in front of my face, I would be saying the exact same thing. And it's not judgment, it's love, because I know that there's better in there. It's just a matter of fixing the mindset, teaching resources and tools that he doesn't even know that's out there that he can utilize to do everything that he's saying he wants to do. There's a way to go about it.
Yeah. I mean, baby, the GoFundMe is the least of your concerns. Okay. You got to first learn who you are. When you learn who you are, you'll respect who you are. Once you get over that hurdle, the next hurdle is you have to figure out what your gift is. That's where most people get stuck. They're trying to figure out what it is that they were called to do. The only way you figure out what you were called to do is you sit down and you spend time with yourself. Now, if you're a person of faith and you believe in God, that's where you sit down and you spend time with God. You understand what I'm saying? But we so busy moving and shaking, we don't want to sit still. Like the old folks say, sometimes you got to just be still and be quiet. You understand what I'm saying? And then you figure out what your gift is. Here's how you figure out your gift, family. Your gift is that thing that you're good at. That thing that people call you for and they come to you for. That thing that comes easy to you, but hard to everybody else.
There you go.
You understand what I'm saying? It comes easy to you, but it's hard for everybody else. That might be braiding hair. That could be cooking. That could be public speaking. That could be bookkeeping. Girl, that could be, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, girl, whatever it is. Everybody, every human being walking the face of this earth was designed and created with a gift, an innate gift, a gift, right? The gift is what will make room. Your gift will make room for you, not your foolishness, not your ability to beg. It's the gift. Then once you tap into the gift, before you could charge, you got to give it for free. Then you build a community. And then once you have solidified that community, then you make an offer, right? Somebody said he wants to open a liquor store. Okay. All right. Then you do that, right? Yeah.
Carolyn said, and this is a good point. I'm so glad you said that because I know exactly where you're probably going to go with this. She said, perhaps you can interview the young man and provide him with these rich nuggets, which can hopefully last a lifetime for him.
What is your thought?
That would be amazing. And I would be open to it. But this is the thing. You can't feed somebody that doesn't want to eat what you're trying to feed them. As much as you try to package it up and make it pretty and give it to them and try to nurture them and all of those things, if they're resistant to it because they've made it up in their mind which direction they're trying to go, it's going to fall on deaf ears. And let me tell you one thing. If I was sitting in front of him and he started getting disrespectful with me,
I don't play fair.
It would not go. So if he lacks the ability or the capacity to keep it together in front of his 97-year-old grandmother, do you think he would have the capacity to keep it together in front of somebody he doesn't know from a hole in the wall? I don't know.
Yeah.
You tell me.
Yeah. So my response to that would be this. My response to that circles back around to the earlier part of the video where I told y'all the story about the two ladies that I met, right? The psychologist and the doctor. They both were talking about the same thing. They said the hardest part of their job is to try to make people understand that they're sick, that don't believe that they are. You understand what I'm saying? I can't see the areas of somebody's life that they could probably use improvement in if they don't see it. You understand what I'm saying? It's almost like the person in the room who stank and everybody else smell him, but he can't smell himself. What are you gonna do with that? I don't know. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know. Now, the offer is there. If he wants to come on, he's more than welcome to come on. You won't disrespect me. And you absolutely won't disrespect her. It's non-negotiable. Yeah. Now, I'll talk to anybody about anything, anytime. Because I'm that kind of person, right? And everything that I say is in love. But when I look at this particular situation, I'm reminded of how far off the beaten path we've fallen. And this is not a representation of who we are. And this is not a representation of how we can be. But this is a representation of how a lot of people see us in the world. And that part is hard to handle. That's hard. Because whatever you surround yourself with, family, is what becomes normal for you. Here's what I mean by that. I knew a long time ago I wanted to be an entrepreneur. Majority of the people that I had became friends with in college and otherwise, they work 9 to 5s. It's not that one is better than the other. It's literally apples over here and oranges over here. It's two different paths towards success. I have friends and I know people that are making very high 6 figures in corporate America. I got entrepreneur friends that I know can't pay their rent. You understand what I'm saying? And everything in between. But what I started to make normal was me listening to the content of people who were going where I wanted to go, or they had already arrived. I started listening to podcasts of millionaires. I started to listen to, all of these different people having different conversations that at the time were very uncomfortable for me because it was new for me, girl. I didn't know. Yeah. I started listening to an entrepreneurial podcast and they were interviewing different people in different industries, right? And so on this particular podcast, they were talking to people, young Black people, these young Black entrepreneurs that were making millions of dollars a year. Then they started talking to entrepreneurs that were doing $1 million months. Then they started talking to people who were doing $1 million weeks. Then they started bringing on a couple people who had started doing $1 million days. Yeah. What's normal for you? Now, there's some people who will hear that and be like, that's impossible. No, that's impossible for them. But there's literally people out here doing it. You understand what I'm saying? And they're doing it in 2023. And they're doing it off the back of a pandemic and what people would say is a down economy. They're doing it. Now, all of these entrepreneurs can make excuses and be like, oh, well, whatever. Or they can make excuses or they can look for ways to figure it out. Yeah. So my shock and awe when I said he ain't need help figuring out how to, that was that shock value to get people's attention. But I proved my point. There's a lot of areas of our life don't nobody have to direct you on how to. Yeah. So I don't know. Family, we just got to do better. It's that kind of video. Mm-hmm.
So we have come to that point in the program. Did you want to take your 3 questions?
I'll take 3 questions.
So typically for those that are new, that have never been with us before, Candy does these all the time. And at the end, she offers to take 3 questions. So if anybody has any questions about her, me, her business, what she does, anything you want her to expound on, this is your time. I'll take the first 3 questions that I see. Mm-hmm. And that will be that. Oh, it's always one. Okay. So I will wait to see if there are 3 questions. If not, then that is that. I hope that people got some nuggets. Most of the people on here was like, I get something every time I tune in. That's fantastic. That is the goal and that is the purpose.
That's right. That's
Okay?
right.
That is the
We want you to
goal.
come and we want you to stay.
And that is the purpose.
We want you to come and stay. Yeah.
Sheena said that I missed a master class. I definitely need some insight. Sheena, which well, I'll let you answer.
Yeah.
Yes, basically is what I was going to say. We did 2 master classes, one in November, this past November, one in this past December. The first one we did in November was all about, it's called the No Debt Reset. It's available on Candy's website, CandySincerityJohnson.com. That one's all about fixing the money that you're making, savings, budgeting, investing, all of that. Okay. The second masterclass we did was more so for the entrepreneurs. You want to start an online business. You want to start making upwards of $1,000 per day. That was the masterclass that we did in December. That one's called the Mob Accelerator. That's also available on her website. So even though you technically weren't there for it, it's still available, including the Q&A for both sessions.
You get the full program.
Yep.
Immediate download. So when you go to the website, go to CandySincerityJohnson.com. Again, the No Debt Reset is how to fix your money and improve your money. The Mob Accelerator, Millionaire Online Business Accelerator, the Mob Accelerator is how to start, grow, scale your online business. Okay.
So that was the first question. I won't take this one as a second one. Lori said, I need advice. Can I DM you guys or email? I'll let you know how she can reach out.
So, Lori, typically I don't do DMs. What I would suggest is that if you have a question, you can put it here and I'll be happy to answer it if we're able to see it or grab it from the comments. I do one-on-one sessions, but you would have to book that, and that is at a cost. So I do one-on-one sessions. You can book that through my website, CandySincerityJohnson.com. So the way that I work, and this is just full transparency, everybody, when we're talking about current events, I'll give you tips for free. I'll teach you for free here to help the masses. When we start unpacking individual situations, your money, your debt, your finances, to help you build a financial plan, to help you reach your own personal goals, to help your business, then that's not something I do with DM. That's a one-on-one consultation.
Yep. And so you basically just answered Ms. Danny's question. She said, are you doing Zoom calls? So again, that's her business consultations on her website.
Yes. So when you book a one-on-one consultation, you give me for 60 minutes. We go through and I'll send you a questionnaire before so that I know exactly what the direction of the conversation is. We go through all of the information provided on the questionnaire. And then after the 60 minutes, probably within about 24 hours is usually our turnaround time, you get the full recording of that coaching session.
So these aren't questions, but I think they're notable to address. Sherry said, I took Mob. However, I want more. So Sherry, do you have questions about what was in the class, or are you wanting to now do a one-on-one with Candy because you got more your own business specific stuff? Just let us know. Let us know.
And Sherry, what I would do, Sherry, because you were inside of the Mob Accelerator, definitely send me an email. So if you go to the website, send me an email. That way we can start to communicate, because I've had actually about four different people from the Mob Accelerator that were in the group that night that we did it. I had 4 people that booked coaching sessions, but we did it as a package. So if it's something that you want me to help you, if you want me to work with you to build out your business and work a little bit more intimately, we can work on a coaching package, if that makes sense.
There you go. And Tammy, she said, I need you in my life. I need help. How do we set up appointments? So you basically just address that again. Again, on her website, CandySincerityJohnson.com.
Yep.
Marie, this is more of a Sincerity Johnson question, so I'm not going to answer.
What'd she say?
One. She said, "Do you guys have little girls' backpacks and male crossbodies?"
Oh,
we don't. Just check our website. So our e-commerce site. That's what Miss Marie. I know some people are like, "What?"
Right.
So we have 2 businesses. Candy is a business consultant and she does all things financial. And then we have our e-commerce site, and I kind of am the face of that, sincerityjohnson.com. But no, Miss Marie, we don't have little girls' backpacks right now. And you can check the website for what we do currently have at this time.
can I say something?
Yeah.
So oftentimes, guys, business coaches will, people will hire a business coach and they'll be like, oh, such and such has an MBA and a concentration in this. I got an MBA too. Okay.
Yeah.
Concentration in, business management and all this other stuff. And people will hire a business coach based on their resume or what comes up on their resume. That's not why you will work with me. You work with me because I produce receipts, right? How can I teach you how to start and grow a business online from home, making over $1,000 a day? Unless I do it every day myself. You see what I'm saying? Sincerity Johnson is our women's fashion brand, but Sincerity Johnson is literally our online business. So I'm not teaching you something that I don't know. I literally still do it every day.
Yeah.
So, yep.
Okay. So cool. So there doesn't seem to be any other questions. So that was dope. I enjoyed the conversation.
I enjoyed it too. I enjoyed it. I really, really, really enjoy our quality time. Shout out to everybody who's here. Tomorrow, I'm thinking it's going to be between 9:30 and 10 o'clock. We'll be here, I'm thinking.
Okay.
All goes well. We're going to do a video. You guys don't want to miss this video tomorrow. We're going to do a video tomorrow. And there have been some people that have been inboxing us like, y'all been giving game online. Y'all been killing it. Y'all been killing it all week. But we want you guys to unpack your drama. You talking about everybody else's drama. Tomorrow, we showing up 9:30 Central Standard Time, maybe 10 o'clock, somewhere between 9:30 and 10 o'clock Central Standard Time. Have your pajamas on, have your popcorn, your snacks. We're going to unpack our own drama.
Sheena said, do y'all have a lockbox to receive? Oh, for us to receive gifts? We don't ask for anything or anything like that. I mean, we do have a P.O. box, but I say our gifts for us is to support us, to tune in. When you tune in, visit our websites. There you have it.
Yeah.
There you have it.
That's pretty much all the support we need. That's it right there. Yeah.
That's gift enough for me.
Yes.
All right, but that was fun. I'm gonna let Miss Candy close it out.
No, you do it this time.
You want me to do it?
Yeah, you do it this time.
Well, Miss Candy would normally say, because we are on her page, honey, and we make sure I do it is just due. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, best friends. We love you guys every single time. But listen, like she says, the absolute best is yet to come. Correction and all. But we got work to do. Good night, best friends.